Today we're going to be talking about curse words. Many people believe curse words are deemed unfit for civilized conversation. But where do curse words really come from? So I decided to get to the bottom of it. I bet you think the word fucking is an uncivilized word, don't you? But did you know that there's actually a town in the upper western corner of Austria that just so happens to be named fucking? That means everyone from that town has every right to tell people, I'm from fucking Austria. In 1278, an Englishman, John Fucker, was arrested and imprisoned for 2 murders, and then later requested bail. Can you believe that fucker? On a side note, although it is technically spelled differently, fuck is actually the French word for seal. This cruel twist of irony has led many French animal poachers to insensitively yelling, I don't give a fuck, while hunting and killing baby seals. To add insult to injury, the poachers have even gone on to further ridicule the animals by referring to them as quote-unquote, a bunch of stupid fucks. Many curse words are also slang words that have a double meaning. For example, skeet. Skeet is one of the 3 major disciplines of competitive shooting. Skeet is also, however, a slang term for sperm being ejaculated from a male's penis. So what exactly would happen if we took the word skeet in its traditional sense and context and put it into a modern situation? You would end up with something like this. From the moment you walk on to a shooting competition, you will see dozens of men lined up shooting skeet all over the place. But you don't need to be a sharpshooter to know that it can get messy really quick with all those men shooting skeet all over the place. Famed hip-hop artists Lil Jon and the East Side Boys were interviewed during their most recent shooting competition. When asked about how much they like shooting skeet, the rappers were quoted as saying, skeet, skeet, motherfucker, to all skeet, skeet, goddamn. Skeet, 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 indeed. As you can see, curse words are all about perspective. But if you thought that last one was bad, it gets much worse. We all know that a bitch is a female dog, but how many people actually use the word for its intended purpose? Here's what it would look like if we tried to use the word bitch in modern society with its intended purpose. Dude, I am so sick of coming home to find out that my bitch made a mess all over the house again, you know? You know there's actually been times I've come home to find her and my neighbor's bitch doing it in my bed? By the way, a recent study revealed that 30% of all bitches only respond well if you spend all of your time and money on them. Luckily, the other 70% of all bitches will remain loyal and behaved if you simply give them a nice bone once or twice a week, or let them sleep in the bed every now and then. Tits are actually a type of bird found within the family Paridae. For example, the bearded tit, seen here. And of course, the very well-known berry pecker tits. It's time to talk about some ass. While the majority of society uses ass in reference to the gluteus muscles, here are a few other ways you can use ass accurately. Ass is used to identify donkeys in the subgenus Asinus. We study ass in genetics because ass happens to be the acronym argininosuccinate synthetase. Ass was also a French automobile produced from 1919 to 1920. Apparently, after only 1 year, the French quickly realized that their ass automobile wasn't as attractive as some of their counterparts, and decided it was high time to get their ugly asses off the road. Most people are aware that a cock is a male chicken. One of the most famous cocks that comes to mind is Mike the Headless Cock. In 1945, farmer Lloyd Olson accidentally cut the head off his cock, which ultimately gave rise to the animal being nicknamed Miracle Mike when he did not die for over 18 months. The beloved rooster originally wanted to be called Magic Mike, but apparently opted out so as to not sound too much like a male stripper. Cock is also the last name of some very influential people in history. For example, T.D. Cock, the New York politician. Europe has also had its fair share of cocks throughout history. Edward Cock, Gerald Cock, Jack Cock. Why, I'd even bet there's been more famous cocks come out of Europe than anywhere else in the world. And of course there's also Bob Cock, the famous roadie for the band Primus. Bob Cock? Really? Is that real? Who the fuck names their kid Bob Cock? I want to say thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe And make sure you leave a comment and give me your opinions on whether or not you think swearing is bad and why. That's all for now. I'm the ADHD guy, and I approve this message.